It's your boy Black Rue back with another video. What is up, Crypto Warriors? What is up, Crypto Black Rue Crew? So today we got a good show for you. But before we get started, as always, cue my guy Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Black Rue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was black or invested. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifested. So we binge on our black or invested. Best believe I was black or invested. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that black or invested. Best believe I was black or invested.
Man, Indigo gets me hype every time, guys. Let me go ahead, share screen here. All right, so we're going to look at some more predictions here. It's probably the last time we'll do the predictions for 2024. Now, keep in mind, as a backdrop for this, right, what we're trying to look for is the blue chips out of these investments. So keep in mind, like, what is your prediction for 2024? Of the things that you're hearing, what are the blue chips that you see in these subjects that we're mentioning, right? Keep that in mind for your portfolio, right? Because as much as we want to, find a new and the best thing, right? If we look at some of the things we've been talking about on this channel for quite a long time, a lot of those have been the best plays, right? If we look at the LCX, right? Let's take a look here. No ads. Oh man. Okay. This is how we're gonna do. Okay. Coin market cap. Gonna have to replace you for Coin Gecko if you keep it up, bro. So let's go over here and look here. LCX. All right, bro. You're replaced. You're done. You're done. You took you too long. Let's go over here to Coin Gecko. So yeah, if we look at some of our plays here for that we've done the most research on, the most study on, the most videos on, definitely check out my darkhorsewatcher.com or YouTube at Black Rue, and you will find a ton of videos on LCX, right? If you look at a lot of the prediction stuff that we're going to look at today, a lot of screams right up the alley of LCX. We've been on this since what, like 3 cents, 5 cents, whatever, right? So at those type of values, let's see here. Let's go 3 months back. So yeah, cents, 4 cents, right? So 4 times 5, so basically 5x, right? There's a nice 5x for you. I know one that we've talked about a lot as well was osmosis and the Cosmos chain, which you're gonna hear about that a lot. Been on this one since 26, right? So keep in mind some of these things, some of the things that might be blue chips when we talk about different predictions. Okay, what's up, OMC? Live coin watch is decent as well. Okay, gotcha. So some of them we're just going to shotgun through, and others we're going to like hold on a little bit. So let's look at Van Eck here. Okay, I probably got rid of my screen here, but that's okay. That's fine. Okay, so let's look at Van Eck here. So Van Eck, as you guys know, they did get a crypto a Bitcoin ETF. So let's just change the view on this a little bit. It's a little big there. So Van Eck's crypto 15 crypto predictions. Of course, the ETFs. Yes, we got those, right? And the halving will occur without drama. Something notable here. One of the things we've been talking about a lot is CleanSpark, right? And they do mention CleanSpark in here. So let's listen. Let's read that right quick. Bitcoin will rise above 48K. The neckline and the head and shoulder pattern completed in April 2022, and it did do that exactly as they said. Bitcoin miners in aggregate will underperform the Bitcoin price before the halving, although the low-cost miners like CleanSpark and Riot will outperform the field. After the halving, we expect at least one publicly traded miner to be 10x by the end of the year. Now, we've told you about CleanSpark and that, and that's a highly a possibility, right? Highly a possibility. But one of the things we're going to have to be aware of is that CleanSpark and Riot and these type of miners may not perform as they did in other cycles, because now the ETFs will take a lot of volume away from them. So understand, if CleanSpark was something you wanted, you should have been in it when we were talking about it at $1.77. Here, sitting at like $8, I don't necessarily think that CleanSpark or Riot would be the best bang for your buck, right? But we did talk about it at $1.77. Okay, and for you guys who are still in, holding for a little bit while longer might be good for you, or taking profits might be good for you. You have to make that decision for yourself, of course. I'm not a financial advisor. So Bitcoin will make an all-time high in quarter four. They say all the way out to quarter four. That really, like when I look at Bitcoin's price, that really would make me like, I would really think that it would get to an all-time high before quarter four. All these different ETFs and all the like other ETFs worldwide buying Bitcoin, people buying Bitcoin, tax returns coming back. I would really think that it would get to an all-time high before quarter four. But hey, this is something to watch always, right? But I do believe this bull run may be the last time that people will be able to get like Bitcoin at least under like 50 to 70K, right? Like this may be the last time Bitcoin is in a range that a normal person can afford it, right? And here they say, of course, if Bitcoin reaches 100K by December, we make a long shot call that Satoshi will be named Man of the Year. Oh, whatever. Ethereum won't flip Bitcoin in 2024. A lot of people, who's behind Ethereum, right? It's JP Morgan. So they're kind of putting that in your ear about Ethereum flipping Bitcoin. I sincerely doubt that ever happens. But Ethereum is technically deflational now. So Ethereum will definitely have its day because JP Morgan is behind it. But it flipping Bitcoin, I can't see that happening. With its supply, it's way more supply than Bitcoin, and with all these Bitcoin layer twos popping up, I just can't see it ever flipping Bitcoin. I can't see that. Maybe like passing it in market cap, but flipping it, I don't know. ETH layer twos will capture the majority of ETH total value locked. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. NFT activity will be bound to an all-time high. Now, I keep wondering about this whole NFT thing. I don't cover NFTs that much anymore. I kind of feel like NFTs are the distraction. Um, but you do have different type of companies that are popping up that are custodying NFTs. You keep having connections to Visa and NFTs. We also have the whole metaverse. That's still a that's still a story out there. Metaverse is still something that on high from those people in Davos, right? And Facebook, quote unquote, Meta, right? Um, Metaverse is a thing, and it's still something pushed from on high. And NFTs are going to have a big role in that, right? So especially with ordinals too emerging. This is something to pay attention to. But still, I think when you compare it to things like DeFi, real world assets, DePIN, right? NFTs might take a backseat to those narratives as far as for me. But reading this here, monthly NFT volumes will approach an all-time high. Speculators return to the crypto and gravitate toward the top NFT collections on Ethereum, improved crypto games, and new Bitcoin-based offerings. Despite Ethereum's nearly 50-to-1 ratio versus Bitcoin in primary NFT sales, since inception, Bitcoin's Ordinals protocol and emerging layer 2 chains on Bitcoin will drive a continued rebirth of Bitcoin network fees in a ratio of ETH to Bitcoin. Primary NFT issuance will end of 2024 be closer to 3-to-1. Stacks, a smart contract platform secured by Bitcoin, will become a top 30 coin by market cap, currently 54. Now, definitely believe in that. We've talked about stacks and the whole ordinals and an inscription narrative. This is definitely something to watch out for. And the whole interoperability between the Bitcoin and ETH networks. And as far as bridging BRC20s and stacks protocol, which are SRC20s with ERC20s. Yeah, that's a definite narrative coming into the next year. And as always, guys, we will get to your questions. Just be sure to have them on the side there. Feel free to drop your comments or your predictions. I would love to hear your predictions as well, right? So let's keep going. Stablecoin market cap will reach an all-time high as USD reserves reverses, share losses. They keep pushing this whole stablecoin narrative. This stablecoins, you can almost think of them as really our CBDCs. One thing I think is very notable here is that they mentioned Mika. And who was the guinea pig for Mika? LCX, right? So again, LCX comes up, and this really is looking like a big year for LCX, which when we get into a little bit of the woo-woo, right? A little bit of the esoteric, right? Which I like to get into on here. What is LCX's logo? An X, right? And it being 2024. The 24 is the X is the 24th letter in the alphabet. So X coins, I believe, will have a big year this year. The LCXs, the XRPs, the XDCs, the XLMs, the XBTs, which is Bitcoin's X designation, big years for those X coins, right? But here we go. Total value of stablecoins on chain will reach an all-time high, above 200 billion, currently 128 billion, as markets in crypto assets, MiCA, regulated stablecoins launch in Europe. And who has a big hand in that? LCX, okay? Yield-bearing stablecoins will proliferate. LCX already has this, and they have the license for this, like one of the only exchanges that does. This just such a huge year for them coming up, which is why we see them going to 18 cents and probably higher soon. And trading volumes continue to rebound. More controversially, USC will flip USDT as more institutional adoption will reveal a preference for USDC, which we know USDC and Circle have a relationship with Davos. It all comes back to the Davos people, right? You know the acronym, right? It all comes back to those people. If anybody's confused about who I'm talking about when I say the Davos people, just let me know, and I'll just say who I'm talking about. USC already evident and on newer L2 chains. Tether's market share losses may finally materialize after the U.S. Department of DOJ takes enforcement action against Justin Sun and Tron and for their know their customer infractions. Again, they keep posing this as if these are rivaling factions, but Justin Sun is Davos connected as well. So if anything happens in that avenue where Justin Sun is brought to justice by the DOJ, it's something that they want it to happen. They being the people in Davos, okay? And which kind of sounds to me like they're setting up another like Black Swan or like Silvergate type crypto fall again, okay? And there's some other predictions we're going to look at that say that, right? Up here, I skipped this one, number 7. Binance will you lose the number 1 position for spot trading. They say there's some exchanges like OKX, Bybit, Coinbase, BitGet, LCX, right? That are going to rival Binance. So I could see that. DEX market share of spot trading will reach an all-time high. So decentralized exchanges over sexes makes sense a lot. That makes sense. Remittance and smart contract platforms will power a new Bitcoin yield opportunity. So they highlight the Lightning Network, right? And, many people think Lightning is really slow and it has its problems. But, Bitcoin and Bitcoin-related layer 2s and side chains are going to be big. So regardless of Lightning, this is a narrative. Let's see here. Bitcoin holders will be given a new business opportunity in 2024 as a provider of security to proof-of-stake blockchains utilizing projects like Cosmos-based Babylon. We keep hearing about this Babylon. So if there's any type of possible airdrop opportunities to get into Babylon, like staking Celestia or staking Atom or staking Injective, those should be looked into, right? So utilizing projects like Cosmos-based Babylon, which will enable BTC holders to earn yield by offering non-custodial staking of proof-of-stake chains. Which will enable BTC holders to earn yield by offering non-custodial staking of proof-of-stake chains. I don't understand that because Bitcoin is a proof-of-work chain. I don't get that, but okay. Bitcoin holders will be able to earn yield on their Bitcoin and potentially participate in an array of other productive use cases for their BTC. So again, so imagine like just BTC being the most valuable asset in the world, right? Jack Spurko was telling us about that in the show that we did a couple weeks ago. I said, check out my channel for that one, where I said Jack Spurko has almost convinced me to sell all my altcoins for Bitcoin. And that's what I'm talking about, right? So Cosmos Babylon is something we probably want to put on our radar for things to look at. But of course, um, the message continues to be Bitcoin, 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 right? So do not avoid Bitcoin in your portfolio, even though it may not have the biggest ROI as far as multipliers. You are going to want to hold Bitcoin because it's going to be a gold like asset, a digital gold like asset. You're going to not afford to not have any, if that makes sense. Okay. Breakout blockchain game will finally arrive. They say finally arrive. I think Axie Infinity has some some qualms. They might have something to say about that because they arrived. Like, what are you talking about? Sandbox and some other like metaverses might also have some problems with that. But let's keep going here. Blockchain gaming will see at least one title surpass 1 million in active daily users. Along with candidates to achieve this milestone, IMX is most likely to become a top 25 chain by market cap, currently 42. I believe this wholeheartedly. IMX, I was like looking at some wallets one day, and there was like this angel investor that had like 1 million or 2 million in just IMX coins. So clearly something is going on with IMX. And even though it's at like $2 right now, it was at a high of $9. This just might be one of those solid things to put in your portfolio, which eventually, may be an ETF of its own. Okay. So IMX, I know it seems high at $2, right? It seems high at $2. But if you're rolling assets, like if you're taking profits from assets and you're looking for something solid to roll it into, maybe IMX is one of those choices, right? Not financial advice, just what I'm thinking of doing with my portfolio. Okay. So yeah, with the release of Illuvium Guild of Guardians and other high budget games in 2024, a well designed token that aligns interests better than most. So yeah, they mentioned some other things here, Epic Games and GameStop and stuff like that. I'll if anybody wants this, just ask me in the Telegram, which links are in the description. The Telegram's totally free, and if you want to take a step up, you can always do the Patreon, less than a cup of coffee for a weekly watch list. And if you just want to support the channel, super chats are always appreciated. So yeah. So gaming, yeah, will a breakout game finally arrive? Probably, but if you're going fishing for a breakout game, I think that might be a harder road to hoe instead of just getting something that's an infrastructure play like an IMX, like the Graph GRT, like something like Rarible, which is going to do like um, gaming custody and stuff like that. You might be better off, excuse me, going for a infrastructure play than to try to find the one game that will be the Axie Infinity. Okay. Of course, use your own discretion. I'm not telling you not to do that. I'm just saying this might be the better play, you know. Solana will continue to outperform ETH as DeFi total value returns. That's looking kind of like it's going to happen. Yeah, it's been happening. But keep in mind, Solana's outperforming ETH. But when you put in all the ETH layer twos, Solana's definitely being losing to the whole Ethereum ecosystem, right? but it's definitely beating all other ecosystems by far. Okay, and keep in mind they gave us the okey doke with Solana when the whole same Sam Bankman Fried thing happened. So with all of this, you have to like take it with a grain of salt because this is VanEck's like fee report. They're guiding you in a certain way, so you gotta take it all with a grain of salt. Like, okay, this is possible, but still keep your eye open, right? And let's see if they mention something. Okay, here we go. Chainlink today stands as blah 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 blah. So again, they're talking about Pith, and they keep trying to say or Pith Pyth, however you say that. And they keep saying Pith flips Chainlink and total value secured. Maybe that happens. Um, I've globbed on to Pith because Pith staking, excuse me, they're saying that that's going to open you up to certain airdrops. So come over to the Telegram if you want to know more about that. There was a guy that was posting something about staking Pith. Okay. Um, and I currently have some Pith stake. If that opens me up for an airdrop, that sounds really cool. And Pith has recently kind of pulled back, but ever since this whole airdrop news of staking Pith has become a thing, we've seen Pith pick up in value to like the 30 cent area to like the low 40 cent area. So this will probably continue to pick up when we see people like Van Eck talking about Pith. So again, if that's something you want, you might want to grab it pretty soon before this narrative continues to be a very, very popular one, right? Um, so, yep. DPIN network seeing meaningful adoption. Cool stuff about DPIN going on. Someone in our Telegram just posted something about Solar Network and how you can use a Hive mapper like thing for Solar Network. So come on over to the Telegram. You can hear about that and find out some information about Solar Miner that you can use on your car. So basically, you know how the insurance agencies give you this little tracker, right? And they give you a little bit of like money off your insurance. This is essentially what crypto is doing with these little mappers that they're putting in your car to get data from your car and data about your trip, right? Um, Instead of giving you a little bit off your insurance, which they could do anyway, uh, things like Honey, things like Solar are actually paying you to put these onto your car. So very, very cool. Probably a lot more lucrative than the little bit you're going to get off of your insurance for using one of those. Again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Okay. So this is something you might want to look into in things like Solar. I won't go over Solar today. Maybe I'll go over Solar and the miner on Wednesday. But again, you can always come over to the Telegram and find the information on that completely free. Yep. So yeah, they mentioned different DPIN networks like Honey, Hive Mapper. I told you guys about that coin at 5 cents. It's at 18 or something like that now. It just continues to rise. There are going to be certain ones like how Helium rose in the last bull run. Like I'm telling you about the SOAR network that are really going to take off. And those mining narratives are going to be very lucrative for people who are first movers on those mining networks, because that's how it always happens, right? The first movers on these mining things and this whole DPIN car mining seems to be a really big thing right now. The first movers on that will really have some lucrative times. So check out the Patreon for that, or the Telegram for that. New accounting will treatment will rejuvenate the case for corporate crypto holdings. We've been telling you about this for years too, right? As I see it, there's going to be a slow conversion from fiat to crypto. Okay. And this is just part of it. They're just saying it in a very flowery way. So people may miss that it's a conversion, right? New accounting treatment, because we told you that, oh, we can't account for crypto, but now new accounting methods can account for it. It's such BS, bro. New accounting treatment will rejuvenize the case for corporate crypto holdings, right? So again, so slowly converting fiat to crypto holdings. Gotta love that as a crypto investor. DeFi reconciles with Know Your Customer. And that's it for Van Eck. But some of the coins they mentioned here, we should take a due note of here. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Arbitrum, Optimism, Matic, Sol, Curve, Lido, Aave, Apecoin, Decentraland, Sandbox, Binance, Phantom, Stacks, Tron, Atom, of course, Cosmos, right? Avalanche, Maker, Osmosis, of course, Sui, Dot, Near, and Linea. Linea keeps coming up. I know someone mentioned that Linea is going to be like the next thing, and it just keeps coming up. So if there are ways that you can get into the airdrops for Linea, you should do some research on getting in airdrops for Linea so that you can get this coin when it comes out, because it seems to be a thing that people like Van Eck and all these different type of 11 chosen guys for the Bitcoin ETFs continue to point out. So don't sleep on Linea, and you may want to see if you can be a part of the airdrop for it, right? Let's use it in the chat before we go on here. Okay, there we go. DT with the honey. But yeah, we're going to get to all of these comments, guys. Keep them flowing. Keep them flowing. We're going to go to our next prediction. Okay, so we started, I think we covered some of these predictions on last meeting, but let's continue with these. If they're repeated, that's fine. So new all-time Bitcoin high, spot ETFs approved, of course. Coinbase revenue doubles. More money will settle in stable coins. Yep. JP Morgan will tokenize a fund and launch it on chain. Yep. Real world assets. Yeah. Okay, I keep seeing this whole thing about Taylor Swift launching an NFT, right? Like, who gives a? I don't know. Maybe it's just me in my world. Taylor Swift's not something I'm all about. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like I don't I don't like her, but just like, who cares? Like, it's not that big of a deal to me. But they're saying it like it's like this huge deal. I don't know. Okay. Well, Taylor Swift's going to launch an NFT, guys. Woo, great news. AI assistants will start using crypto to pay for things online, affirming crypto as a native currency of the internet. Again, so that there's the AI narrative. Look for things like Viat, right? We went over Viat before. IBM is behind Viat and their AI assistants. Let's show you that crypto again. And remember how big IBM is, right? So that whole AI assistant narrative, you might want to look at something like Viat. They say they recently migrated a contract. It's crazy to think about this thing. Like, it was like sub 008 last year, only to be at 13 cents right now. It's crazy to think about. And again, this is another one of those ones. If For Your Soul Nance is on here, I know he'd be getting mad at me because he can't get access to certain cryptos in America. But bro, you're not the only one who's dealing with that, right? You could get this guy on KuCoin when Americans had access to KuCoin, but now you're kind of stuck. Only way you can get it is Uniswap version, Uniswap or MXC if you could access that, right? So keep in mind, like a lot of the things that might be hard for us Americans to get are the coins that are going to do things like this did, right? Like 0.0008 to 13 cents. Okay. And with this total supply and this market cap, we probably got some more to go with this one, right? Especially if AI assistants become what we believe they'll become. So definitely some room for this to grow despite this huge growth, right? It's still only a $40 million market cap. So that's something to keep in mind. Where were we? Okay. Again, like I said, we're going to shotgun some of these. And again, to keep in mind, like, what are the blue chips in some of these stories that we're getting, right? That we're hearing. What are the blue chips? Okay, I think we just covered all of this. So I don't think we can. Okay, so we covered all of this, I believe. Okay. Bitwise predictions. Do we need any of this? ETH being deflationary. Okay, here's one. Here's one. A crypto unicorn, a firm that previously raised at least $1+ billion valuation will fail. So they're already telling you there's going to be some cryptos black swan coming. The publicly traded bank Silvergate, once above 5 billion, failed in March 2023 following a waterfall of withdrawals and increased regulatory scrutiny. There was a lot more behind this than what they're just saying. Too much for us to really go over. But again, they're already kind of telling you there's going to be some crypto like swan event that's going to jack things up for a bit, right? So they're already telling you some firm is going to fail. Who that is, I don't know, right? But they're already kind of predicting it. So don't be surprised if it happens. Just be ready with some dry powder to scoop up whatever, because something like a Solana or something related to it will fall, and the pieces will get picked up, right? Uniswap will trade more volume than Coinbase. Again, the DEX over SEX narrative. Uniswap being so intimately connected with Ethereum and all the Ethereum layer 2s. This is not too hard to believe. And Uniswap is also a crypto on ramp because it's connected to, I believe, Visa and a lot of things. So such a great narrative for Uniswap. Yeah, so that might be something that you wanna hold some tokens of, right? Okay, so let's move to, this is a random one from Quora, from someone named Angelica Candy. Might want to figure out who she is and follow her. Content writer from Turnkey Town, whatever that is. I just thought this was interesting because she mentioned interoperability among blockchains. This is definitely something I think is going to be a big narrative. So when we think about coins like or ecosystems like Cosmos, which is already connecting, you know, um, Binance, Phantom, Ethereum to its chain and others. All the other chains I just mentioned, Cosmos is huge for interoperability. When we look at different things like Corium, how Corium's interoperability is happening with Cosmos and XRP, like interoperability and blockchains. If you can find a coin that does that, that might be something for you to very much look at and very much consider to have a part of your portfolio, right? Like the Neons of the world, right? And Neon just had a pullback, a pretty big pullback. But of course, we were in Neon at around 50 cents. It being at a dollar, I think it's at like $1.60 right now. It's still a 3x for us. But again, when we think about interoperability with Solana and um, Ethereum, that is going to be a great narrative for that coin. Excuse me. Let me go ahead and kill the Telegram so you don't have to continue to see those messages. Okay. So I think that's what I wanted to highlight from her. Uh, Rise in decentralized finance, we covered that. Increased mainstream adoption, we covered that. NFTs, we covered that. Of course, some new use case will emerge. What did she mention? Blockchain technology will find a new innovative use case across energy industries such as healthcare. Like we see the whole DeSci thing happening with Gene's DAO, Genico, Lake, which Dr. Martin mentioned. So we got the whole like genetics thing going on there and like your healthcare data type of thing going on there, supply chain, education, and more. So yeah, definitely the AI with virtual assistants, things like Agoras, which we're trying to do software as a service and actually do map requirements to working software. So we got that whole narrative. So things to pay attention to there. And we got one more here. Okay. And we'll definitely get to the comments after that. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. So actually, should we do the comments before? Yeah, let's do the comments before I go to the last one. What is up, OMC again? What is up, Go Good? What's up, Kenneth Carter? What's up, Critwork? KW1. What is up, Enzo Harder? What's up, Drake L. Owens? I hope we reach an all-time high before the halving and drop so I can stack. Me too, bro. That's what I want to have happen. We shall see. We shall see. What's up, HBCU Maker? Happy Saturday. What's up, Nerd Up Inc. Marv? What's up, Top Shelf Crypto? What is up? What's up, Italia Grape? What's up, Kenneth Carter? I bought back in at 12. I knew it was going back up. Man, I wish I was on that boat with you with Solana. Those motherfuckers, I fell hooked like a line and sinker for that. Definitely regret that. Yes, lots of room of growth in Solana. I buy it over ETH. Whoa. I don't know, ETH. I just wish I got in at 12 with Kenneth over here, bro. I wish I got in at 12 with Kenneth. Definitely, I think that there's like, and I'm not necessarily if there were a choice and you put gun to my head that I had to buy Solana or ETH, like I'd say then you're putting like you're giving me the wrong choices. I would say you should own both if you can, right? It's just like blue chips in your portfolio. Um, but as far as one over the other, I'd probably be looking elsewhere if I was just starting and I'm trying to get the best value for my book, the best ROI, the best like multiplier for my portfolio. I would probably be looking at something else besides those two coins. But gun over my head, if I just choose one over the other, I really don't know. Um, I really don't know. Yeah, I guess you could say Solana has the best upside since it doesn't have things like chain link in place. Like it doesn't have those things in place. So you can get a lot of the infrastructure where as with ETH, a lot of the infrastructure is there. So I guess you kind of sold me into Solana's ecosystem over ETH. But yeah, again, like if I had to choose between both and I was just starting a portfolio, I would be looking elsewhere for ROIs. I got, is that a million honey? No, 100,000 honey for driving. Okay. And at 20 something cents, that's a nice chunk of change, DT. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? If you can, if you can get certain things like these Soul Coin, check out the Patreon or the Telegram for that. Someone posted in Telegram where you can get this Soul Coin miner for driving, um, and you can get something like this, right? Um, so that might be something for us to look at into, right? Is MXC safe for us? I set up an account, but worried about the account getting froze if I put a decent amount of investment in it. So good. Now, if you put money into things like MXC, I believe they have to give you the ability to withdraw your money if it ever came to it where they like strictly cannot service uh, um, U.S. customers anymore. But if that's a risk you're very much worried about, um, you could get access to a coin, but then put it into a cold wallet. For example, if it's something on ETH that you couldn't get access to, but on MXC, you could then send it to an ETH cold storage wallet or an ETH hot wallet. Um, so you could just use it, quote unquote, as just an on ramp or exit ramp for those coins. If you're very, very worried. Um, but generally, they're not allowed to keep your money if they all of a sudden like just had restrictions where they can't be used in America at all. They have to allow you to withdraw your money. Um, Again, don't quote me on that. Not a financial advisor, but that's my experience. Do you know any AI on Solana? Does anyone know any AI coins on Solana specifically? Nothing comes to my head right away. I guess you could say Pyth or Pith or however the hell you say that is AI, being that it's Oracle. That's the first thing that comes to my head. But anything that's specifically AI, not really. The graph with its subnodes is kind of AI. That's used on Solana as well, but nothing specific comes to my mind. Interoperability equals the future, 100%. Top shelf crypto, I agree. Janet Hayes, what's up, Rue? What's going on, Janet Hayes? Long time watcher. Believe patron. I just joined the live. Did you comment on LCX? I did comment on LCX. There are different things that we mentioned here, like, okay, the Van Eck predictions, they mentioned Mika. And remember that LCX was the guinea pig, if you will, for Mika. So all the Mika crypto laws or crypto uh, licenses, LCX has them for Mika. The total number, so 8 stablecoin market cap will reach an all-time high as USDC reverses share losses. The total value of stablecoins on chain will reach an all-time high above 200 million, currently 128 billion. 200 billion. Jesus. Currently 128 billion as markets in crypto assets, MiCA. Regulated stablecoins launch in Europe. Yield-bearing stablecoins proliferate, which LCX is doing, and trading volumes continue to rebound. So if we just do LCX MiCA, something should come up. So LCX was the guinea pig for the MiCA laws. So they're kind of like the leaders when it comes to MiCA. So LCX set to become the first MiCA ready exchange. Like it's right there, right? EU's leading crypto regulation, MiCA. LCX was the literal guinea pig, the exchange that they were trying all of this out on MiCA with the MiCA laws, with the MiCA regulations. Why? Because LCX is a member of, the people, right? The people in Davos. They are a member of that organization, right? So it makes sense that they get these type of privileges, right? Embracing MiCA regulations, LCX leads the way in Liechtenstein. And where is Liechtenstein? It's a country between Austria and Switzerland. Switzerland's where all the banks are. Why do you think? Why is Switzerland always neutral? Because it's where they command everything at. It's where all the banks are, right? So of course, a warring place is not going to go to Command Central where everything's commanded at. But that's a different story. That's a different channel, crypto and conspiracy. But anyways, again, LCX set to become first MiCA ready exchange. And this was October 18, 2023. We told you about this, right? We've been telling you about this. Janet will tell you. Janet Hayes will tell you. What's up, Mon F? Black Rue always on point. For your soul, Nance. So you saying Neon gonna fold? No. I never said that Neon was gonna fold. I said that Neon is going to be Neon is very important because interoperability is very important. If 100% ETH again, we'd be super down, I bet. Oh yeah, we'll never see $100 $100 ETH again. But again, like my guy E was saying, shout out to E. He's the moderator in our chat, in our Telegram. E, I'm telling you, the more and more I think about it, I feel you might be right, brother. $100 Solana is a better value than since you're not getting $100 ETH anymore. You're just not. It's not happening. There's no way that's happening. But $100 Solana we got that right now. Okay. Like what I need is to make some cash ASAP. I feel you for your soul, Nance. The more I have like a make cash ASAP mindset in crypto, the more I miss out on the singles and doubles that could have just made me cash. You know what I mean? Like we're always looking for the huge home run, right? And looking for the huge home run, you miss all the doubles and singles. That if you just would have taken your doubles and singles, you'd have your home run. You know what I mean? Like looking for all of these like 1000x 100x things, a lot of times you end up striking out when you just could have hit those singles and doubles and been at your 1000x, if that makes any sense. But I feel you though. I understand. I understand where you're coming from there. Is MXC safe for us? I've been hearing about accounts being froze for KYC. Yeah, a lot of accounts have been froze for KYC. A lot of people can't access MEXC. So I mean, I would try to stay away from it. But if it is still a value, an avenue for you, use it while you can. But understand that you may want to try as much as you can to just use it and transfer your stuff off of it. Okay, because the last thing you want is to have a whole bunch of money stuck on there like a Voyager or something like that. But generally, if it's a case where it's like you can no longer use this in the United States, they have to allow you to withdraw your money. Only time it becomes a problem where they lock your funds on someplace is something like, excuse me, what happened with Voyager, where it's like they hit something like bankruptcy or something that happened like with FTX, where they're literally bankrupt and they stop withdrawal of funds because they don't have the money to pay your funds out. Okay. So generally, if it's just a case where it's like you can't use it in the US, they have to allow you to withdraw your stuff. But if it's something like a Voyager or FTX situation, that's when funds get locked. I tried to put my boys onto LCX a bit ago. Now they hound me like I'm you. That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious, bro. Hey, man, you try to tell people, man. It's like I'm laughing. I don't blame people. I really don't blame people because the way that the mainstream media has put out the news to train people, it's like you don't look at stuff until it's high, right? You don't look at stuff until it's high. While it's low, when you should be investing, when you should be accumulating, like the mainstream media trains us opposite because they want people to be exit liquidity, right? So I get it. I get why people why people have that while they're doing what they're doing. But that's why we're here, right? That's why we're here to know we will not be exit liquidity. We've been on this stuff early and we want to continue to be on stuff early, right? Man, but that's funny. That's funny, Janet Hayes. That's funny, bro. That's funny. Hey, man. But I'm glad you've been here a while, and I'm glad you got to benefit from that, bro. That's what we love, bro. That's what we love. I just ordered my Soul Coin miner this week, 100%. Come on over to Telegram if you guys want to know a little bit more about that, or I'll try to cover it on next Wednesday, next time we have a show. Keep going here. Remember, we got one more predictions thing to go through. So when I get through these comments, we still have another prediction thing to go through. Solana will have more growth and upside due to the price as of today. However, ETH is here to stay and will remain a high value above 5K ETF soon. Ooh, wow. That's huge news right there. That's huge news right there. So I think everybody's in agreement with you, E, with the Solana there. That's take heed, guys. Good advice, baby. Gotta take heed there. I just feel like I went a little Dick Vitale right there. Way to go, baby! for you sports fans out there, good old Dick Vitale. LCX price prediction over $1 for sure, over $1. I don't know if I can go as crazy as like shout out to my guy Crypto Logic John. I know he put out a video. It's like LCX over $50. I don't know, bro. I hope so. I hope so. But definitely for me, I feel like over $1 is not a stretch from where we are right now. Let's go ahead and just bring up the chart. So last bull run, it got as high as 50 cents, right? Um, you got to believe everything going on with Mika, everything going on with like these exchanges are literally, you could almost think of them as like banks at this point, right? Um, did we clicked on the wrong thing? My bad, y'all. So if it got as high as 50 cents in the last bull run and it's at 20 cents now, is it too much of a stretch to say that it'll 5x from here? I don't think so, right? I really don't think so. Now, could we get higher than that? Well, when we look at its supply and we know that its total supply is less than a billion, that's a lot of reason to believe that it could go beyond $1 to $50. Man, I don't know. I don't know. But if we consider it to be a bank, and we kind of do, um, and we consider that it could be a really big and huge bank and exchange over in Europe, and it's going to be highly more regulated than Binance, and it's probably going to take some revenue and market share away from Binance. Is 50 totally out of the question? No. But we got to see $1 first before we even, for me, and no, there's no shade on my guy Crypto Logic John. He's been on the show 2 times. I love his stuff. I love his information. So no shade on my guy Crypto Logic John at all. Just want to say that out front. But for me, I have to see $1 first before I can even contemplate 50. But looking at it possibly being a crypto bank and it being under a billion coins, 50 is definitely not out of the question. One of the things we could do is we could look at things that are around this total supply and see where they've been. And things around this total supply have been as high as $25, $50. They have been. So just some food for thought there. But for me, at least $1. At least $1. Okay. Which would be a 5x from now. What is up, Voice Crypto? Check out Voice Crypto's channel, guys. Kitty AI is on Solana. Might go to near zero. Okay. Yes, sir. Think about all the developers running over to Sol. Ethereum is broken and can't handle the traffic. 100% E. That's a good point, brother. That's a good point. Shout out to my guy E. That's a good point. Hey, y'all didn't realize there was a live stream. That's okay, Peterson. Thanks for coming through. Been watching me since the Underdog Crypto days, which E has too, I believe, too. Shout out to Peterson. I hope my guy Underdog Crypto's out there. If you're watching this, Underdog, man, we should do another collab, bro. We'd love to do another collab with you, brother. Been seeing a lot of coins moving up and down at the exact same time, then fade away late at night, feeling like it's volume created by market manipulators, not investors. So good. That is a point. And even though Bitcoin has made it back to 42 or briefly seemed like it hit 42 again on the 2-week chart, it's pretty high and looking like it will need to come down. So possibly Even though we're at 42, we may see this drop down a little bit here. Okay. And one thing we can kind of look at is the last time it dropped, right? Which was from 32 down to like 26. Okay. So that's like what, a 32.26. That is a $6,000 drop. So can we could it entirely be out of the question to get back down to 35 from here at 42, or to get down to 36, right? 36 is actually a pretty um like when you look at the 3 6s, right? 3 6, and the people who love those type of numbers, right? 36 would be quite the number to get down to, would be like kind of in the wheelhouse of the people that like those numbers, right? So perhaps, within not too long, we see a move down to 36, which would be pretty great, right? Um, if you were chunking, if you're taking Bitcoins in chunks, that would be all you need to do is have like six buys of $6,000, and you would have a whole Bitcoin, right? Or 4 buys of over 1,000 or 10K, and you got a whole Bitcoin, right? So be interesting if we can get back under the 40K mark and get down there. The 2-week chart does show something like that, right? That we need to get back down there. But dropping down to the week on the stochastic RSI, looks like it probably wants to pull up a little bit more. But on the actual RSI, even on the week chart, it's still very high. Looks overbought, like it needs to come back down. 3-day, 2-day, day. So for the day, it's back up. Still looks like it wants to pull back down. Like we could do this with a whole bunch of different time frames, right? But the longest time frame, which is the 2-week, it looks like it's very high and kind of needs to come down. So that's what we're looking at, and that's what we're kind of expecting based off the chart data for the 2-week. LCX been on a run over the last 3 months. It's stupid nice. LCX over $1. I'm gonna buy around for all of y'all. Appreciate it, brother. OMC LCX is also a part of the new global financial system coming online. It will have a high value well over $1. Right there from OMC. I love it. So there you have it. OMC, Crypto Logic John, LCX well over $1. I mean, hey, I could definitely see that. And you guys know I'm in for the long term for LCX. I've been talking about it for what's going on years now. And I knew, hey, bull run is when we can cash in on things like that. And hey, here it is, right? And they were running a little bit of misdirection. I don't know if you guys heard, there was like some spat between Gilbert Verdian and Monty Metzger, whereas like Monty used one of his posts or something like that, or copied one of his tweets, and all misdirection. LCX and the people they hang out with at Davos, it just screams, of it screams that LCX is having a very good future, right? So let's cover here our top 10 predictions, this last one, and then we'll get back to the chat. So this is from 101 Blockchains. This is kind of big. Let's so metaverse development. Definitely one of the things we were talking about. Um, one of the things I like about this is that it separates metaverse and GameFi. Like GameFi is definitely like they're related, of course, but I think metaverse development is actually way more sound. Like metaverse is a bigger narrative, a better narrative, a more solid narrative than GameFi itself because it's the infrastructure. At the end of the day, a game will always be a game. But when we look at metaverse development, we're talking about like you working in a metaverse. We're talking about an actual like kind of life almost in the metaverse. Um, we're talking about something like that Facebook or Meta, Facebook Meta is behind. The people at Davos are behind. Warner Music Group and the people that own land and Sandbox, like the huge companies like Warner Music Group, Adidas, Ulta, like the makeup people, like all these people are behind Metaverse along with the Davos, right? So when we talk about Metaverse, we have way more dollars behind it than GameFi. Like, yeah, GameFi, we do have, the 10 cents and wallet, whatever, right? But at the end of the day, I think GameFi is not as big of a play as Metaverse, even though they are related. So again, I'm going to continue to stress. I think Metaverse plays and infrastructure plays are the better long term grab than trying to find the one game or one or two games that might possibly arise out of this GameFi narrative. To me, it seems better to go with the Sands, the IMXs, the game custody asset type plays, the metaverse type plays, the gaming house type plays, like a Nakamoto Games, like the things that span over multiple games, than to actually try to go for one game thing, right? NFTs, of course, again, that comes back up. Real world asset tokenization. Again, this is one of the things that LCX is huge on too. If you just Google LCX and tokenization, I'm sure you're going to be met with some information. And again, this is the company line from all these guys, right? The BlackRocks, the JP Morgans. This is the company line. Again, remember, LCX is a member of the Davos people. So all the big wigs that are mentioning this, LCX is connected to them. Just like OMC said, they are part of, how did you put it, OMC? It was very eloquent. Let me go back to it. Yes, LCX is also a part of the new global financial system coming online, 100%. So they're spouting the company line. Tokenization, tokenization, tokenization. Like BlackRock, excuse me, like JP Morgan, they are spouting tokenization. Okay. And they have laws, they have regulations, licenses, which they can do tokenization where other exchanges cannot. They can legally do it. Okay. Through MiCA. Okay. Remember, Van Eck made sure to point out MiCA. Okay. That was purposeful. And I'm sure a lot of people picked up on that which is why LCX is having the time it's having right now, right? So, you can do the Googling yourself. You can come on my channel and watch some of the things I've talked about with LCX and tokenization over the years. Or you could just Google LCX and tokenization and just, look at it, right? But yeah, they're heavy on tokenization. And see, they even have the licenses for tokenized bonds and tokenized stable coins. LCX has those licenses. Okay, they can issue them. They can do it. Let's see. Let me see. LCX. LCX earned tokenized bonds 7% interest on investment. So they're already doing the thing that Van Eck listed in their thing here. Yield bearing stable coins. LCX has the license for this. Okay. So telling you guys, and again, we've been telling you about this for 4 years here. Tokenized bonds, redefining traditional finance. Annual fixed yield of 7% is significant advantage in investing in LCX Euro 7T bond, tokenized stablecoin bond. So there we are, right? Right there. It's right there. Upcoming crypto bull market will also encourage the tokenization of real world assets. It's one of the most popular prediction for crypto bull market in 2024. Companies have been experimenting with this tokenization. However, big companies have not been completely prepared for such a dramatic shift. It's happening, guys. It's already happening. Like they're talking the regular bullish, right? But again, LCX has been doing this since 2023, and if they got it in 2023, there was probably work put in for it in 2022, right? So this is no surprise. Like we're not surprised here, okay? Excuse me. Oh, do not come back cold. So this is not a surprise. So tokenization of real world assets is happening, and things like LCX, things like HBAR, things like Stellar will lead the way in that. Okay. They're talking about Centrifuge and Maple Finance, and we can look at those, but LCX and Hedera, those are probably going to lead the way with that. Artificial intelligence creeps into Web3. Artificial intelligence has been in Web3, but of course, this is gonna gain traction. We just showed you Viot. There are probably other AI projects you can look at. Of course, BitTensor, Agorist, which we were talking about, where they're doing software sentences. Here's BitTensor. After dropping down to 2, it's up to 350 now. Like you almost want to own one of these, like just to own one of them. You almost want to do that. Because max supply, same as Bitcoin. We've been talking about this for a while. Shout out to Tokenizer. Tokenizer is the first person to bring this to my attention. I think I told you guys about it when he brought it to my attention at like 60 or something, 80 or something dollars. You had to go like onto their site to like buy it. It was this weird process. But again, that shows you like having like when it's really difficult to get a coin, sometimes that's the best thing. And like it goes counterintuitive to what you've heard. Like, and they'll give you these warnings like, oh, this thing is not on a regulated US exchange. Are you sure you want to buy it? But I hope you've seen the show long enough that you can realize that hard to get to things like this are things that generally multiple X, right? But you got to be willing to go through the crap to get something like this, right? And at the time, I did not. I did not. I did not go through the crap to get this coin, but it was worth it in the end for those who did, and we did bring it to you, right? Um, so you might want to hold on to something like this to buy at least one, but do keep in mind as we're looking here, circulating supply is only only 6.1 million. I believe this might be proof of work. I'm not sure. So that supply isn't something that's like just can be like automatically dumped on you. There's like it's either proof of work or proof of stake where it's like they can't just release the supply. It's just like a steady growing supply. So keep that in mind that this is not as much of a worry that they're gonna like dump this on you because they can't. Because of how they set it up. Just FYI there. And if you missed this, Agorist might be something that you want to check out. They're double the supply, but if they can get software as a service actually working, it would be pretty snazzy. Okay. Might be something that you want to check out. Another kind of hard to get to coin, you can really only get to a certain places. Uniswap, Gate.io, only certain places, but it's par for the course, right? No, this is not pre-recorded. This is live. Decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs. Of course, Reggie's going to have something to say about DAOs because that infringes upon his patent. But that is something to keep in the back of your head. DAOs here, decentralized finance. We've been over that one. Innovative dApps. Mainstream adoption of crypto payments. Like this is one of the first ones to say that. So for these, like some of the things you might want to look at is Alchemy Pay. You might want to look at Stronghold. The most notable outcome of upcoming crypto bull run would be to point out the growing mainstream adoption of crypto payments. It could lead to rising adoption of cryptocurrencies as a method of payment in hotels, supermarkets, in addition to the crypto prediction trends for 2024 would also focus on the adoption of cryptocurrencies in other use cases. For example, cryptocurrencies can work as a choice payment for airline tickets and general goods. The growth of cryptocurrencies in the upcoming bull run may serve as a catalyst for such a phenomenon. You can kind of see, excuse me, things are kind of revving up to the mainstream adoption of not only crypto payments, but like these like kind of NFT type rewards, right? You look at Block V and what they're doing with Ethereum and Visa. These kind of crypto rewards things are getting a big pull and push now. Crypto payments like Strike, right? We see something like that going as far as Bitcoin goes. um, Uniswap, um, like crypto payments will be pretty huge. And you could see like different things like LCX or Coinbase, possibly like with like getting like I think with Coinbase right now you can get a debit card if you want one. Uh, LCX, I'm not sure about that, but yeah, rise of crypto payments are going to become pretty huge. Definitely with the stable coins, you already got PayPal, PayPal USD out there. So slowly but surely, this crypto payment system is going to be a thing. So you can look at things, coins like Alchemy Pay, coins like Stronghold that are probably going to benefit from this, right? Um, reserve rights, like Peter Thiel backed, right? So definitely you might want to check out Georgia Weston and her article here. Pretty well put together here. And this is our last kind of prediction here. Let's get to our comments. Oh my God, I had no idea LCX was up this much. I bought in at 0.05. Nice stuff. Itzy Zaza. Appreciate that's cool, bro. That's cool. HBCU maker, yo, share that info. I've been riding honk and got out like a day ago. Should have put in more. At General Crypto, what was your average buy on LCX? My average buy was around, God, I bought a lot at 4 cents. I bought some more at like 8 cents. It's something like 7 cents, 6 to 7 cents. Yeah, that's my average buy. But like I said, I've been talking about it for years. So and I still didn't buy as much as I should have bought, to be honest with you. I'm very happy with what I bought, but I should have bought even more. Anybody taking profits expecting a pullback on LCX? I'm personally not taking profits. This is just me. If I get a pullback under 10 cents at some point, I'm definitely going to buy some more if I can get a pullback under 10 cents. Billions DUA is up and coming and very early. I'm sorry, what is the acronym DUA? I don't know this acronym. Okay, so I think we covered all the ones that we wanted to get through here. Yeah. Don't sleep on Stellar, guys, as far as tokenization goes. Stellar is very highly connected to all these different entities as far as Davos goes. And we already showed you here how they have this deal in place with Franklin Templeton, which the SEC approved, and this was like 2023, right? Where they're already a part of a fund, right? So they're kind of tokenizing that. So don't sleep on Stellar, guys. Don't sleep on it. And you can see this was the preliminary prospectus for this was dated 2019. So this has been in the works, guys. Been in the works. Sorry about that, guys. New World Order equals X coins, 100% top shelf. You know what's going on, bro. You know what's going on. And that's again 2024 is the year of the X, guys. Again, let's pop out our old trusty gematria calculator. Okay. People may think this is bunk, But again, I'm a programmer, and let me tell you about a compiler and how a compiler translates words that were written in, in like almost like a language, right? A coding language, and translates it down to zeros and ones, right? This is this is the same as gematria. It's the same concept, same principle. Hold on one second here, guys. We're back. So same principle. Just wanted to show you guys again. Hold on, it is not. I clicked on the wrong thing, I think here. Okay, there we go. So X, again, 24. X is the 24th letter of our alphabet. And again, here we go with the 3 and the 6, which is why if Bitcoin gets down to 36, that would be just kind of par for the course, right? And I've shown you guys before kind of how all of these X coins are kind of related in XLM, XDC, XRP. You'll see that they all got this number relation here, 5 down here, 5 down here, 4 here, because 1 plus 3 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4. And over here, 13, which is 4. 5 plus 3 is, or 5 plus 8 is 13. 4 plus 9 is 13, and 1, 3 is 13. So essentially, they have the same kind of number relation. We could get really deep into this and know how numbers kind of have a vibration, and just speaking, right? Speaking is vibration, right? So if I'm speaking these 3 letters, right? I'm speaking these 3 letters and they have this number correlation, then there's a vibration to that. And there's just so much to that when you talk about the principles, the 7 hermetic principles, or the 7 principles of Tahuti, if you will, because they go back beyond Hermes to the god Tahuti, the Egyptian god Tahuti. But all of these X things, and this is Bitcoin. This is special drawing rights that they use between central banks. And this is the designation for gold. These also line up here. If you take those 3, 1-9, and this is why a lot of people go by 1-9, Alpha Omega, beginning and the end, Ouroboros, if you will, 19 keys. This is there's some more to that, right? But these line right up. There's just so much stuff that we could go like just deeper into, right? Super, super deep stuff. Haven't seen this. Super cool. What's up, Cryptonomics? XCN is one to watch as well. I've heard people talk about XCN before, so I might have to watch that one. I have to put that down as one to watch. What crypto you think is the most undervalued today? Right now, today, what's the most undervalued? Probably XDC at this point is probably the most undervalued one. And we think of all the things that it wants to do with trade finance. I'd probably say that that's the most undervalued crypto at this point in time. Knowing XDC and all the things that's possibly planned for it, it may be the most undervalued crypto at this point in time. should definitely eclipse 15. But what we have it sitting at right now, definitely undervalued. Let's bring up XCN. It's not the first time I've heard this one. Someone else has brought this to my attention. I think it was somebody my sister was watching on Twitter was talking about this coin. So I got my sisters in on this too. They're like, oh, okay, I see you're making some success with this. I guess we gotta pay attention to it. Love my sisters. Shout out to my sisters. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get some of this. Let's see where we can buy it. Oh, you can buy it on Coinbase now. At one point in time, you could not buy this on Coinbase. So, okay. What's up, GS? Do I have a course? Crazy BX done? No, I don't have a course. I probably should create one. I do not have a course. Maybe that will be something I do at some point. But I'm pretty transparent on here. Everything that I've gone over, if you look at some of my past videos, that could honestly be a course, but to contain like my trading philosophy into a course, I haven't not done that yet. I should do that. But yeah, so the answer to that is no, but maybe sometime in the future. ALST will be pumping soon, very soon. Is that a coin, Cryptonomics, or is that are you saying altcoins will be pumping soon? What's up, Maximus Crypto? Definitely check out my guy Max. He does some of the greatest crypto research. Max is my go-to guy for Jasmine research. So if you want to know about Jasmine and everything about Jasmine coin, definitely go over to Maximus Crypto. He has some of the best Jasmine research around, but he does talk many of the coins we talk, LCX, Quant, Stellar, everything. So definitely check out my guy Maximus Crypto, especially if you want to talk Jasmine. I don't really talk Jasmine that much anymore because Max does such a great job for it. Like all I do is refer people his way. Yeah, definitely check out my guy Maximus Crypto over here. Hope you're having a good day, brother. West Coast here. What's up, GS? I've been seeing a lot of collaboration with Punky and different teams. Okay. GS shouting out Max. Hey, what's up, my Cherie? My Cherie from the one-on-one podcast community. Cherie is a superstar person. Superstar person. Thanks for coming through, my Cherie. Appreciate you. Just altcoins. All right, thanks, brother. So yeah, Cryptonomics is saying altcoins will pop soon. Hey man, we know the halving will be in April. So all we doing is just buying time and getting the portfolios perfected, right? Right? So Top Shelf Crypto, Maximus Crypto, what is up? Paying homage to my guy Max. I appreciate that. I'm telling you guys, there's certain people I really appreciate in crypto. Of course, King and Zay are one of those, are two of those people. Max is also one of those people. He's one of those people. Like just just thinking about those people just bring a smile to my face, bro. No lie, no lie. CGPT is another one with legs. Check it out when you get a chance. You know what, OMC? I was looking at that today just before the show. I started that on my crypto list. So, like, you bringing it up just says I need to go buy some of it. I was just looking at that today, as a matter of fact. So that's one of the ones you guys might want to check out. So it's pretty funny that OMC is bringing it up because I kid you not, I was just looking at that before the show. Why am I'm trying to show this and okay, there we go. So yeah, that might be one that you guys want to check out. Does 555.55 have any numerical value? I mentioned it with Punky above. The fives, they do have some, like, all the triple numbers have a meaning. Like if you have like 111, 222, 555, they have some type of meaning. I'm not sure off the top of my head what 555 is, but yeah, they have a meaning. I just don't know off the top of my head. And did I miss any comments here? Okay, yeah, I missed your comment on that. I'm sorry about that, Italian Grape. I appreciate you, bro. I'm so sorry I missed your comment there. Crap. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, just so sorry about that, bro. I missed your comment there. I did not mean to do that. Cool, guys. Nice long show today. I know I've been coughing a little bit. I know it's a little bit annoying. Still trying to completely get over this cold. So thank you guys for bearing with me on that one. Yeah, guys, be sure to check out some people we mentioned here: Voice Crypto, Maximus Crypto. Of course, check out everybody on the Gentlemen of Crypto lineup: King and Zay. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Zay has been back doing shows with King lately. I enjoy King when he does the shows by himself, but it's just so cool to have King and Zay on. It's just real cool to have both of those brothers on. Definitely check out Crypto and Down. Definitely check out Stacks. Definitely check out Simon Family Investment Ventures. Definitely check out Trek with 2Ks and his weekend crypto updates. Did I miss anybody? Stacks, Crypto and Down, Jump Out Girls. I think Jump Out Girls said they were going to do, or Simon Family Investments said they were going to do something with Jump Out Girls. So it'd be good to see Jump Out Girls back on the platform. Yeah, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I see some more comments here. Just going to get to those before we peace out here. I asked about Odo coin. You never answers. Oh, my bad. I was looking at Odo too. I know Odo. They say that it's oh God, I forgot how they put it. It is kind of high. I think it may just pull back a little bit. But yeah, this is another one that I was looking at today. I think they call it like enterprise. Okay, institutional grade finance. Okay. So this is definitely something to look at, but I think it just came out. So it might have a little pullback in it. But normally how I do these things when I'm first getting in a coin like this, just initially, I buy some initially. But since there's just not much chart history with this, right? I really think it may pull back because there's not there's no chart history, right? So there's not much I can tell you about it because there's no chart history, right? But generally, when there's things like this that don't have chart history, and got this huge supply, like not huge supply, but 10 billion supply, it probably is going to pull back at some point. But again, for things like this, I might initially get a little bit and like set like a little point in time, like, okay, if it goes beyond 40 cents, okay, maybe I'll buy more. But if it like I would totally expect it to kind of pull back um at this point. So it's up to you what you do here. But yeah, this is one I was looking at myself too. Because that, how did they put it? Institutional grade finance, that really intrigued me. Another thing that intrigued me, um, always try to have a good list of follows on Twitter, right? That can kind of like do some of the work for you, because if good people are following it, chances are it's probably a good coin, right? And on this coin, you got Crypto Mason following it. You got one follow I really like a lot, which is Dr. Martin Heisbeck. I think I said that right. Head of research of Upholds. Okay, like CEO of Uphold following it. So you got some pretty decent followers here. Crypto Lark. Um, some people I'm sure I just missed here. XLR Network. So you got some pretty decent followers here on this Crypto Cove, who's a really good follow, by the way, for airdrops. So if you're looking for airdrops, Crypto Cove is a pretty good guy to follow, and pretty good show to look at. He has a good YouTube channel. So yeah, pretty good list of followers here with Undo Finance. It's just finding a good entry point is going to be the challenge here. And I'm pretty much willing to bet at this point it pulls back a little bit. I would like to get it around 15 cents if I could. That seems like a pretty good fallback point, seeing as how it was as low as 10 cents. 15, like the halfway point, seems to be like a really good pullback point. But yes, I did buy a little bit here at like 25 or whatever, but I'm fully expecting a pullback. Go check your comments on the last video. All right, we'll do economics. We'll do I'm just missing comments like a crazy person over here. Vibrations, number, conversions to letters, and the inverse. What is that the study of? Really, it's the study of esoteric stuff, if you will, or not numerology. What's the word? Not numerology, because numerology is something different. I can't think of the word. Oh, gematria. It's gematria. It's basically the study of words to numbers. Like for instance, I can give you a whole bunch of company names. What you're going to notice is the 7-Eleven it comes up so much in these company names. So with gematria, you have, and here's how you spell gematria, by the way, gematrinator. So gematria, the study of numbers or words to numbers. And these are popular ciphers. There are other ciphers, but ordinal reduction, reverse reduction are the ciphers that people use most, but there are tons of ciphers, as you can see here. Septentary is another that people use. Shout out to Waters Above. He does a lot of looking at things like this, but it's a noticing of patterns, just like you notice patterns with like with with crypto charts, right? Which also is another type of vibration thing. If you were to look at like an EKG or a heart monitor, your heart's vibration, this would go into a whole bunch of different esoteric stuff because your heart is actually a vortex and it's a spiral, and we would get into way deep type stuff. But essentially, this chart is the same thing as this gematria, if you kind of really look at it. But just a simple thing here to look at. Let's look at a couple companies. Virgin is one. Google is another. Walmart is another. What's another one? So the Boeing is another one. Like there's clearly something here when you can have, and there's so many different company names, right? It's really funny that some of the biggest companies in the world, you got this whole 7-Eleven thing, right? So 7 plus 9 is 16. 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. 6 plus 1, 7. 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 here. Okay, of course, 3 plus 4 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. So 7, 7, 11, 11. And you could take this 2, because what 1 plus 1 is 2. So you could split this into 11 if you wanted to, but all the rest of them you can see clearly are 11. 3 plus 8 is 11. 4 plus 7 is 11. 2 plus 9 is 11. So clearly there's something here, right? So clearly these companies do like the 7-Eleven thing. Clearly they're trying to hit some type of vibrations by naming their companies this. Like this is not a coincidence, right? And of course, we know the popular convenience store, 7-Eleven, right? That wasn't that wasn't a mistake. That wasn't a mistake, right? And there's so many things like this I could like bring up. Besides, like we just went over the X coins, right? And how the X coins lined up. And here we are in the year, right? It's just so many things like this that I can point out. I do have a crypto and conspiracy channel that I need to be posting things on, but I just don't have the time to. But yeah, the study of that's called gematria. I've been watching King and Zay. Smash that like button, y'all. Woo! Grab some olives and stuffed garlic. Helps me from getting sick. Oh, that sounds really good right now. I will do that actually. How often are you on live here? I'm live Saturdays here at around 10-ish or 11-ish Mountain Standard Time because I'm in Arizona. It flips from like, since we don't recognize daylight savings time, it's either Mountain Standard Time or I'm on Pacific Standard Time. And then on Wednesday at 6-ish, okay, Mountain Standard Time. Wednesdays 6-ish Mountain Standard Time. Saturdays 10 or 11 in the morning Mountain Standard Time. Excuse me. Why is Caspa playing? It's stale. What's up, Merab Marv? Longtime watcher. Caspa is actually stale right now, but that's actually a good buying time because people keep mentioning Caspa. And of course, we've been in this since 2 cents, right, guys? So we've been in it since 2 cents, right? So, you know, if you've been in it since we've been talking about it, you have at least a 5x on your hands, right? But Casper, where do we want to look? MMC, where? Okay, so that's not even the first one. So if we look, and I believe someone told me about this on the channel, Casper, sub a penny, but I don't count it because we really didn't start really truly talking about it until like 2 cents. But someone mentioned this actually on the channel, sub penny. Okay, so there's that too. But I don't count it because I didn't start truly talking about it until 2 cents. Let's see here. It was on something before all of these. Maybe KuCoin? No. We looked at KuCoin. Gate.io, maybe? Okay, that might have been it. So Casper, where the heck are my price indicators? I don't know what I did to the price here. Labels. Okay, well, anyways, it's at a good buy time here. Caspa is, where were we? Excuse me. Okay, yeah. So it seems to be at a good buy time for me. Let's see the 2-day chart. So yeah, if you look at the 2-day and the 3-day chart, looks like it's ready to bounce back up. It's way. If you look at the stochastic RSI, looks like it's oversold. And the regular RSI reached to the halfway point and looks like it's tilting towards coming back up. Let's look at the week. Yeah, still, and even though it's on the stochastic, it's oversold, but on the regular RSI, it's still pretty high, you know. But again, and you look at the Wyckoff here, it looks like it's ready to bounce back up. It does look like that. So yeah. So yeah, the Coinex is a good one here. So yeah, Casper looks like it's at actually a good buy point. And if this is what everyone says it is, maybe we get to over $1 Casper, right? So that's that. Gematria, I would spell it this way: GEMATRIA. Some people say GA instead of GE, but this is the way to say it. And shout out to Waters Above. He's one of the ones who does some talkings on this. And if you're more into the conspiracy realm or like the truther type realm. One guy I listen to is Call Me Kinfolk. He's a pretty good listen. Call Me Kinfolk. And shout out to the patrons. We were on Sovereign at like 30 cents. It went all the way up to $1, like $2, right? But yeah, it went all the way up to 30 cents, chilling here at 114. Might want to take some profits because clearly that's a spike. Might want to take some profits if you got this in the Patreon. It's one of the ones we were mentioning. Thoughts on Say? Say looks like a good buy right now. Yeah, I like Say. I think it's something I mentioned to our Patreon people last week as a good buy. So high on Say. High on Say. Hedera Governing Council right there. Oh yeah, that's right. That is the Hedera Governing Council. That's a good point right there, GS. Boeing is on the Hedera Governing Council. So is Google. Virgin, I don't know. I don't think they are, but clearly these people know something, right? I wonder if I put in some of the other governing council, would they also match this? God, I can't think of them off the top of my head. Dell. Okay, Dell's a little different. Who's the other one? 6.6. Okay, so Dell lines up more with Saturn. Remember, Satoshi and Bitcoin kind of match because there's only 21 million Bitcoin, right? This also lines up with that Tau. Remember, Tau is only 21 million, and Agorist, which calls itself the currency of Tau, they have 42 million coins. So these numbers are not a coincidence that these people are choosing. And Saturn, if you go into Saturn and the god Saturn, you end up talking about money, and money is related to Mercury. Check out, I have a show called Conspiracy in Crypto. I haven't done a show for that recently, but if you look on Apple and Google Podcasts, I go over money is sacrifice, and I cover a lot of these topics as far as like money and Saturn and money being related to sacrifice. So that might be something you want to go over there. Ruin so good, Miss Garlic, sliced sweet onion soaked in honey, spoonful of honey a day, get you right. Thank you, appreciate it, guys. What is your professional background? Computer science, linguistics. My professional background is computer science. I do computer science, computer engineering, computer programming with a graphical user interface called Qt. I call it Qt, but most people call it Qt. It's spelled Qt. It's a graphical user interface framework that's used along in conjunction with C++ and Python. You can either use it with Python or C++. I use it with C++, so that's my background. Yeah, so computer science is my background. But yeah, guys, nice 2-hour show today. I will be back on here, both on Gentlemen of Crypto and on my channel. If you're not subscribed to my channel at www.darkhorsewatcher.com or YouTube at Black Roo, please come over and do so. I appreciate everybody who was here today. Yeah, I'm about to go get some of that sweet onion, minced garlic. I got some garlic cloves I've been like chewing on. My sister suggested that too, and some honey, and try to get myself right over here. I appreciate everybody for coming out. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next. Oh, you're definitely welcome, Top Chef Crypto. If you guys want, I'll be in the Telegram. Again, Telegram's completely free. Links are in the description. And I'll catch you guys later. Have a good